Aloha Kauai. This is your County of Kauai briefing for September 2nd, 2021. I'm Managing Director Mike DeHelig. The Kauai District Health Office reported 2 new fatalities over the past 2 days. On Tuesday, we reported Kauai's 7th fatality from COVID-19, a female Kauai resident in her 90s who was hospitalized. She was our 5th death in the month of August alone. Yesterday, we reported our 8th fatality, a male Kauai resident in his 70s who was hospitalized. We extend our sincerest condolences to the family, friends, and loved ones of these individuals. Now is the time to come together and shift our behavior to prevent more pain in our community. This holiday weekend, our choices and actions will determine how much suffering this island will have to endure in the month to come. Our case count is at a record high, so please adjust your plans. Avoid large indoor gatherings. If you're going to be around others, do it outside. Avoid closed spaces with poor ventilation. Avoid crowded places. Avoid close-range conversations. Wear masks if you spend time with people from outside of your household. And if you travel, get tested a few days after you return. These simple steps can prevent more sickness and death. The Delta variant is spreading aggressively. Healthy adults and children are getting very sick. More than a quarter of our COVID cases recently have been children. On Tuesday, the Kauai District Health Office confirmed 32 new cases, including 10 children. On Wednesday, 29 new cases, including 7 children. For today's update, we turn to Public Health Preparedness Planner Lauren Guest.
Thank you, Mike. The Kauai District Health Office is announcing 63 new cases, the largest daily total of the pandemic so far. All 63 cases are residents, 20 children, and 43 adults. 3 of the cases are related to travel, and the remaining 60 are considered community acquired. Many of these cases are associated with newly identified clusters, including 2 in places of worship. We currently have the following active clusters: 4 places of worship, 2 social gatherings, 1 correctional facility, and several small occupational clusters. Disease is spreading very widely in our county. Now is not the time to gather or to be around people outside of your immediate household. You are more likely to be exposed on this island now than any other time since the beginning of the pandemic. We currently have 325 active cases. 314 of them are isolating at home, 6 are in our isolation facility, and 5 are in the hospital. The high daily case counts are causing delays in case investigation and contact tracing, despite our efforts to bring on new staff daily. If you test positive, don't wait for us to call. Please isolate yourself at home immediately and notify your close contacts. Many of our free testing locations are now experiencing long lines. Between Convention Hall and our mobile testing van, we are testing about 700 people per day just out of our county sites. Demand is also high at other testing sites on island. If you have insurance, schedule a test at one of the drive-through options like Wilcox Medical Center, KVMH, or Clinical Labs. The county's free testing center at the Convention Hall is open on a first-come, first-served basis, weekdays from 8 to 3:30. It will also be open this Labor Day. Our free mobile testing van will be at the Kalaheo Neighborhood Center on Friday, at the Hanalei Neighborhood Center Saturday, and in Kapa'a at the Brian J. Baptiste Sports Complex on Sunday. It is open from 9 to 1 each day. No appointments needed, and results are provided the same day. See the full list of testing options at kauai.gov/COVID test. Thank you.
Mahalo, Lauren. With hospital capacity filling up statewide, we must slow the spread of this disease to avoid additional restrictions. The best way to protect yourself and others is to get one of the vaccines. Mahalo again to the more than 80% of eligible Kauai residents who have at least gotten 1 dose. The Pfizer vaccine now has a full FDA approval and a new brand name, Comirnaty. It is available to ages 12 and older, 7 days a week at Lihui Longs and Lihui Safeway, weekdays at Kaiser, and Wednesdays at Wilcox. All locations will be closed on Labor Day. Ho'olalahui pop-up clinics are open to 12 and older this Saturday, September 4th at Kaumakani Community Hall and at the Ainanaho Farmers Market from 9 to 11 a.m. at both locations. No appointments are needed. The Kauai Mobile Vaccine Clinic is open to 12 and older this Friday at Hanapepe Neighborhood Center and Saturday at Hanalei Neighborhood Center from noon to 3. For a full list of all locations for all 3 vaccines, please visit kauai.gov/vaccine. Now, we turn to Kauai District Health Officer Dr. Janet Berriman to answer some of your questions in Ask Dr. B. Dr. B, first question. What about the inmates in KCCC? Haven't heard much of them for a while now, and I hear that inmates are positive. I'd like to know the update.
Thanks, Mike. Kauai Community Correctional Center conducted another round of testing on Monday, and there were 4 additional positive cases. To date, there have been 91 cases confirmed as part of this cluster. Most of the inmates who were infected earlier are no longer infectious and have been released from health-directed isolation. So it's not completely over, but the situation is improving steadily.
Next question. Dr. B, I tested positive last week and I am almost at the end of my health department directed isolation period. Should I get tested again to make sure I'm no longer contagious before I go back to work?
We see a lot of people getting tested at the end of their isolation period. This is not recommended. It's not necessary, and it's not a good use of resources. When you're released from isolation, you can go back to all your regular activities. At that point, you are no longer contagious. You would only need to retest if you develop new symptoms. If your employer asks you to be tested before returning to work, please refer them to the Department of Health website's Returning to Work guidance.
I already had COVID. Should I still get a vaccine?
Yes, vaccination protects you even if you've already had COVID-19. A recent CDC study found that unvaccinated people who already had COVID-19 were more than twice as likely as fully vaccinated people to get COVID again. After you've had COVID, you can get vaccinated as soon as you've completed isolation and are feeling well. There's no need to wait unless you were treated with monoclonal antibody treatment. If you received monoclonal antibody treatment, consult with your healthcare provider about vaccine timing.
Okay, last question, Dr. B. We've heard about all the things we should avoid Labor Day weekend. What can we do safely?
Great question. Being outdoors is much safer than being indoors. Spend time with your immediate household members. Ocean activities, hiking, bike rides, family picnics, and walks are all good ideas. And whatever your plans, remember that masks are required indoors and that social gatherings are limited to 10 people indoors and 25 people outdoors. Please be sure to comply with these statewide requirements and safely enjoy your weekend.
Thank you, Dr. B. Again, post your questions to Dr. B on our Facebook page and we'll answer more next week. This weekend, let's remember these 6 top steps to keep our community safe as we try to avoid a shutdown. Don't travel unless absolutely necessary. If you must travel, get vaccinated first and take a free post-travel test 3 to 5 days after arrival. Second, don't gather. Please consider postponing your wedding, your baby luau, or birthday party until it's safer to do so. If you do gather, stay outdoors. Next, do wear a mask when around others, even if they're not doing the same. My mask protects you and me. Do stay home when you are sick. Get vaccinated if you can. The data is clear. A vast majority of the people who are being hospitalized are unvaccinated. We can reduce our hospitalizations and have a better chance of beating COVID by getting vaccinated. Mahalo. Just a reminder, Monday is Labor Day. I want to take this opportunity to mahalo all of our county workers for their efforts throughout this pandemic to keep Kauai running and serve the community. County offices will be closed on Monday, along with all refuge transfer stations, the Kekaha landfill, recycling centers, and neighborhood centers. The Kauai bus will operate on its normal schedule. Regular business will resume on Tuesday, September 7th. Our next video update will take place on that Tuesday as well. Please be safe this weekend and avoid large gatherings, stay outdoors, and wear your mask around people outside of your home. Mahalo.